Over the last couple of weeks, we've been sharing the stories of Central New York runners as they prepare for the most famous road race in the world. Tonight, the Boston Marathon is over, and my colleague Megan Coleman was there as some of our neighbors achieved their dream.
On a crisp, sunny morning in Boston, chants and cheers greeted the first runners of the day as they began the biggest race of their lives. On this day, there are no limitations and no shortage of support. They are the best of the best among the fastest runners in the world, and part of the elite pack, a group of Central New Yorkers, the crew from Fleet Feet.
Here, it's just unbelievable. For 26 miles, to think you can have 5 people deep the whole entire way, it's just, sometimes, it's so loud.
Stride by stride, mile by mile, they're back on the course, fulfilling a promise they made to themselves after last year's terror at the finish line. Fred Jocelyn had just crossed the finish line when the blast rang out. In an instant, the triumph turned to tragedy.
When the bomb went off, we really weren't sure what it was, but chaos slowly started to build up over the next half hour because it was just so loud, and we really didn't know what it was.
In the weeks and months that followed, police and security officials worked tirelessly to beef up security on race day, setting up 100 cameras along the course and some 50 observation points to monitor the crowd.
Everybody felt like they were in this together, and we came back to represent, the country, really. And I think that really had a lot of meaning.
A crowd that came back to Boston to reclaim a race.
Let's go, Boston!
And bring cheers back to the streets of Boston.
And Megan Coleman has been in Boston since late in the weekend. She's with us live right now. Megan, I know you've talked to a lot of runners from Central New York. You saw so many thousands pass you by. Is there an image you're left with now that the race is over, things are starting to calm down, that you want to share? What sticks with you?
There are so many images ingrained in my mind from this. I've never covered a marathon before, so this was a really unique experience for me. It started off with some of the disabled runners, those who were on wheelchairs. They were remarkable. Then the elite men, the elite women going through at a clip that you and I could never even imagine. By the way, I have to tell you that the final times for the elite men, Fred finished in 2 hours and 29 minutes. Chris's final time was 2 hours and 38 minutes. These are times that we could never even possibly dream of, and they accomplished this here today.
I do hear sirens behind you. That's not uncommon, I suppose, in a major metropolitan area. But what's happening where you are right now at this hour?
Right now, the runners have finished the race. You can see here behind me, I'll step out of the way so you can see they are now coming off the course. Many of them have their medals around their neck. The medical tent is what you see far there behind me.
Okay.
There's still a number of police officers, security officials on duty. So they will be here throughout the evening tonight, just making sure that all the runners who are still walking around and enjoying themselves are staying safe here tonight.
All right. Megan, I've enjoyed the coverage. Have a safe trip back to Syracuse. Thank you. We'll be right back.